Coming up on Good Morning Longhorns, nearly 2 weeks after Election Day, incumbent Kirk Watson has been re-elected as Austin's mayor. What that means for the city.
Will our Longhorns secure a spot in the SEC championship? And after another win on the road, it's looking good. More on Texas' path to college football playoff.
And if you were in the student section for the Georgia game, you might have seen a student hurt in the stands. An update on how he's doing and how you can help.
Plus, Turkey Day is just over a week away. How our Good Morning Longhorns team spends the food-filled holiday. All of our traditions and favorite dishes coming your way.
And finally, we're live with a local business showing us all of their Longhorn charm. All this and more coming up right here, right now on Good Morning Longhorns. Good morning, Longhorns, for this Wednesday, November 20th. I'm Leah Wong.
And I'm Abby Sines. Thanks for joining us this morning. How are you doing today, Leah?
I'm doing really good. You know, 2 days ago, I finally turned 21, and I'll be celebrating it tonight with my friends. So, a good start to a fun day today. How about you?
That's amazing. I'm doing well. You know, the weather has been lovely, so I'm here for it.
Yes, me too. Well, first this morning, President-elect Trump continues making his cabinet picks. Notable selections include Pete Hegseth for Defense Secretary. The former Army combat veteran and Fox News host nomination has sparked controversy due to his qualifications and alleged sexual assault case.
Additionally, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy have been selected to lead the Department of Government Efficiency, where Trump is expected to make mass reductions in the federal workforce.
Yesterday, Trump selected Dr. Oz, celebrity physician and TV personality, to run his Medicare and Medicaid departments. Oz previously hosted a daytime talk show and ran unsuccessfully for U.S. Senate in Pennsylvania in 2022. And shifting from Washington, D.C. to the local level, where Austin Mayor Kirk Watson has won re-election, earning more than 50% of the vote needed to avoid a runoff. The race was called by KXAN on Thursday and was made official yesterday.
For more on the race and what Watson's re-election means for Austinites, we're joined in studio by our Anish Tiwari. Good morning, Anish.
Good morning, guys. Kirk Watson has declared victory in the Austin mayoral race, winning his second consecutive term and fourth overall. Watson served as mayor from 1997 to 2001 and returned to City Hall after he won office in 2022. In an interview with CBS Austin, Watson says he is most focused on tackling the issue of affordability.
We've done some really major things in the past 22, 23 months. But now we got to make sure it's implemented. We made sure that there was rental assistance built into the budget to help some people that would be struggling and otherwise, frankly, might find themselves in a situation where they'll be living homeless.
Now, while Watson received over 100,000 more votes than second-place candidate Carmen Yáñez-Pulido, he only finished 13 votes over the 50% threshold needed to avoid a runoff election, according to KXAN. On X last week, Watson said, quote, "I want to thank voters for their confidence in me and for electing me to serve as Austin mayor for a fourth time," end quote. Shortly after Watson's comments, Pulido posted stating the importance of ensuring that, quote, "every single vote is accurately counted and every voice is heard," end quote. Pulido has yet to concede the race or request a recount. She has until 2 p.m. on Thursday to request one if she chooses to. Leah.
And the Texas Supreme Court has ruled that legislature cannot block an execution, but can still subpoena testimony in the case of Robert Robertson. You'll remember he was convicted in 2023 for the 2002 death of his 2-year-old daughter under a shaken baby syndrome diagnosis.
His execution was delayed in October. After this latest ruling, the execution can proceed, but lawmakers retain the right to seek Robertson's testimony. He'd be the first person in the U.S. to be executed in a shaken baby case.
Texting and driving. It's nothing new that you shouldn't do it, but a new bill proposed by State Representative Charles Cunningham could increase fines for sending a message behind the wheel.
The bill would increase fines to $100 to $200 for a first offense and $200 to $300 for additional offenses. If passed, it will go into effect next September.
And Governor Abbott has announced a tuition freeze for Texas public colleges and universities. This move, lasting through at least 2027, is aimed at easing financial burdens from inflation and extends a previous agreement to keep tuition flat for this school year.
It's backed by $700 million in state funding. Abbott says the goal is to keep college affordable for in-state students.
Over 100 pro-Palestinian protesters gathered outside the Lyndon B. Johnson School of Public Affairs last night as former Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett spoke inside. Bennett was on campus for Hillel International's 2024 Teach-In Tour.
UTPD was present before the event began. Texas state troopers arrived after UTPD put up a police line protesters could not cross. There were no arrests or direct confrontations between protesters and law enforcement.
Happening today as the University of Texas Board of Regents heads into their regular meeting this afternoon, a coalition of pro-Palestinian UT students, faculty, and community members announced that they are planning to lead a series of demonstrations outside the UT Systems building.
The coalition will be rallying against the university's investments that have aided in the ongoing Israel-Hamas war. While media is not allowed inside these meetings, TSTV will be monitoring the event closely and bring you the latest development as they come in.
The LBJ School of Affairs has opened a new center focused on funding public infrastructure. The Center on Municipal Capital Markets dives deeper into the intersection of government and finance.
It's one of the only centers in the nation focused on the niche section of finance policy. The center's inaugural director is Martin Luby, an associate professor at the LBJ School. Our Justin Dowd spoke with him about the center's goals. You can read more at tstvnews.com.
Now back here on campus, the UT Tower is about to undergo renovations, which it has not seen in nearly 90 years. While the tower still promises to be lit burnt orange in celebration of accomplishments, scaffolding and decorative coverings will soon rise, altering the view of the tower, which could affect certain milestones, including graduation pictures.
However, there seems to be campus-wide confusion on when the construction will actually begin. While an email sent earlier this semester mentions the construction will begin this month, it also says that construction will not advance to cover the tower until after this spring's commencement. This hasn't stopped current classes from clearing out co-op graduation gear and rushing to take their pictures now.
And there's some relief coming to Austin's Red River Cultural District. The Austin City Council approved $150,000 in funding to keep live music in the area alive, supporting local musicians and advertising. At a press conference celebrating the funding earlier this week, local venue managers and artists say they're optimistic.
The funding, I think, goes a long way into us building an actual sense of community and not coming out of pocket as business owners and operators. And so on a local level, for us at day to day, it makes a huge impact.
This equitable funding is a huge asset to our district and staying alive, especially as all the changes are.
The funding will first go directly to Free Week, which takes place in early January. Participating venues include the 13th floor, where Monday's press conference was held, along with Mohawk and Stubbs.
Going across the ocean now for a story you've probably seen on social media. A New Zealand lawmaker and other parliament members went viral for protesting a bill that opponents say seeks to dilute the rights of mayoral and threatens to set race relations back decades.
When asked how her political party would vote on the bill, the lawmaker tore her copy of the bill and began to perform a haka. In Maori culture, a haka is a ceremonial performance that shows the group's strength and unity. As a result of the protests, New Zealand's parliament has been temporarily suspended.
Before we head to break, we wanted to let you know that this week, Texas Student Television is live 24 hours a day for our Horn Raiser campaign. There will be no commercials if you're watching us on cable this morning.
TSTV's goals is to raise $13,000 to fund new equipment for our studio. You can donate anytime during our show through the link in our Instagram bio. Any amount is greatly appreciated, and we thank you for choosing to support our student voices.
After the break, an update on yet another tropical disturbance. And it might say Thanksgiving break is around the corner on your calendar, but it's still feeling quite mild in Austin. Your full local forecast is next. Tropical Storm Sarah hit southern Mexico. The storm did not reach hurricane status. However, the slow-moving nature has caused life-threatening floods and mudslides across Honduras and Belize.
While the remnants have now washed out, the storm's moisture is predicted to cause between 4 and 8 inches of rain along the Gulf Coast. Sarah is now expected to become a tropical storm that will circle around the Gulf of Mexico and eventually hit Florida. Joining us on set to tell us what's happening back here locally is Priyal Talwar. Good morning, Priyal.
Good morning. The holiday season is coming up and the weather is slowly getting there as well. Today we see a cool low of 46, but don't get too excited because tomorrow we see the high back up to 72 and a low of 40. Friday shows a high of 75 and a low of 46, and when we're here beating Kentucky this Saturday, we're seeing a high of 76 and a low of 50. Throughout next week, we see similar highs in the 70s and lows in the 50s. That's all I have from the Weather Center this week. Make sure to stay warm this Thanksgiving and have a wonderful break. I'm Priyal Talwar. Back to you.
Thank you, Priyal. In sports news, the Longhorns beat Arkansas on the road 20-10, improving to a 9-1 record. Fans are still not impressed with Quinn Ewers' performance despite throwing for 2 touchdowns.
These two teams have played just 6 times in the past 30 years, but Texas now leads in the rivalry series 57-23. Their win week continues to keep their playoff hopes alive. Texas will play Kentucky here at home Saturday afternoon.
For the first time in the show's history, SEC Nation will head to Austin for this weekend's matchup against the Wildcats. The show airs on the SEC Network and will air from 9 to 11 a.m.
Looking beyond Kentucky, the rivalry between UT and A&M is back for the first time in over a decade. The rivalry started back in 1894, but took a hiatus after 2011. This year, the stakes are even higher than ever.
Both teams are ranked in the AP poll and championship hopes are on the line. The game will take place under the lights in College Station on Saturday, November 30th at 6:30 p.m.
Speaking of all this SEC championship talk, things are getting a little messy in the conference. 6 teams are trying to get into those 2 spots: UT, Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss, and Tennessee. Texas has one obvious route to the big game: to win out the regular season.
But if Texas loses to A&M, there could be a real problem. All other teams trying out for that spot are already 2 lost teams. So Texas would need a miracle. One of those teams losing for a 3rd time. Whew, talk about pressure. I'm definitely nervous, but I hope we make it to the championship for our first time in the SEC. What about you?
As well. So my brother is graduated from A&M, so I'm ready to see who comes out on top.
Definitely a house-divided situation for you.
Absolutely.
Well, if you were sitting in the student section at the Texas versus Georgia game, you may have seen a student rushed out of DKR on a stretcher after hitting his head on the bleachers. After students threw bottles on the field when the refs made a call they disagreed with, Knox Vacek, a UT freshman, was jumping on the bleachers when the call got reversed and remembers nothing afterward. His mom, Vanessa, describes what happened to him on the day that changed his life forever.
When he fell, he fell so hard that he seized, he was convulsing, and he went into cardiac arrest. Thankfully, we're able to get the EMTs and the nurses that were down on the field because he was like 4 rows up from the field. But they did CPR and shocked his heart literally for 6 minutes because he didn't have a pulse.
He spent 3 days in the ICU. Now, Knox is focused on resting and recovering. But the fight doesn't end there. Vanessa says their next step is working with Greek Life on campus to educate students on how to perform CPR. She says if someone around Knox had known how to do it, his trajectory would have improved. And the unexpected medical bills have left a huge amount of debt for his family. If you want to help, you can donate to their GoFundMe by scanning the link on your screen.
In soccer news, Texas defeated Boston University in the first round of the NCAA tournament by a score of 4-1. All 4 goals were scored by Holly Ward.
The Longhorns trailed at halftime but were able to regroup. The team is a 4 seed and faces off against 5 seed Michigan State at 3 p.m. on Friday.
Texas men's basketball just defeated Mississippi Valley State to improve their record to 3-1. Senior forward Arthur Kaluma had a game high of 18 points, and freshman Trey Johnson also had 18 points in the 28 minutes he played.
There are currently 7 SEC teams ranked in the AP poll. While Texas is not one of them, this means that they will have great gameplay to hopefully boost them into the tournament in March. Texas will travel to Brooklyn, New York tomorrow to face Syracuse.
And former heavyweight champion Mike Tyson and influencer Jake Paul competed in a boxing match over the weekend. Paul, who's 27, won the fight after 8 rounds against 58-year-old Tyson. The fight was streamed live on Netflix.
While many were disappointed by Tyson's loss, the main complaint of the night was about Netflix. Thousands of people considered the fight unwatchable due to the constant buffering, freezy, and blurry pictures. Netflix received over 88,000 reports about the glitches, but says a record 60 million households tuned in.
Netflix also announced it will stream its first NFL game as the Houston Texans take on the Baltimore Ravens on Christmas Day. That game will also include a halftime performance by none other than Beyonce.
Up next, we'll give you the scoop on how the Good Morning Longhorn team spends their holiday season. This and other entertainment stories coming your way. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back. Are you staying in Austin and are in need of some Thanksgiving meal deals? Check out these classic Austin spots that are offering some great deals this holiday season.
Leroy and Lewis is serving turkey, sausage, and seasonal pies. ABA brings a little Mediterranean flair with truffle-baked orzo and turkey. Plus, Central Market has amazing chef-made meals for up to 14 people starting at $32.99. Laurel offers a package with turkey and peach cobbler for $4 to $6. And Interstellar Barbecue is serving up some pineapple sage glazed ham. Wow, place your orders before they're gone. I don't know about you, Leah, but I love hearing about different family traditions during the holiday season. It is truly a special time for family to get together and celebrate. A tradition my family does during Thanksgiving is after we are all stuffed up with some delicious food, we play loteria, as it was my grandma's favorite game to play. Since I was a little girl, there was never a time in which I forgot my spare change to play. Each round, each person puts a dime in for each loteria card they play. And when someone hits bingo, it's like opening up a present on Christmas morning. The most exciting part is once we make it to the last round, it is a blackout round, which means you have to cover your whole loteria card. In order to hit a bingo, sometimes the jackpot is like $10 to $15. It's great. Trust me when I say everyone remembers who wins the jackpot each year. It is truly such a fun time.
Well, that sounds like a very fun family tradition. Well, for my family, our day starts with participating in our local turkey trot 5K race bright and early in the morning. We always run into friends during the race, which makes the morning that much more special. Then in the afternoon, my grandparents come over for Thanksgiving dinner, and my grandma brings her delicious stuffing. I can never get over it. And then after dinner, dinner, we play lots of cornhole and basketball in the backyard, and somehow my grandpa is really talented at both, so I am definitely a little envious of him and his skills. And finally, we, of course, tune into the Dallas Cowboys game in the afternoon because my family, we are big Cowboys fans, even through their difficult seasons like this year's. But personally, I'm excited to watch Lainey Wilson perform during the halftime show of that game. She should be really entertaining, and overall, I just love Thanksgiving because of these little traditions that we have every year, and this day definitely reminds me of how grateful I am for my friends and family. And now heading into more food news, the first ever Michelin Guide of Texas is here, and 7 of the 15 stars went to Austin restaurants. One of the winners, Ola May, is a 5-minute walk from campus on San Antonio Street.
The restaurant is known for contemporary flair it puts on Southern cuisine. 2 other local eateries were the only ones in the state to win Michelin Green Star, a designation award for top quality sustainability practices. Michelin stars are considered one of the highest honors a restaurant can earn. Perks include increased brand recognition, revenue, and tourism.
And now harmony, vocals, passion, and creativity meet under one roof this weekend. Acapalooza showcased vocal talent on campus featuring several a cappella groups.
I was there at Acapalooza and talked with student John Estokia about what the night meant to him.
It means a whole lot. I mean, this is my first year having a solo, so it's been like a really huge night. It's kind of like a way to like portray like my talents and like kind of show like everyone at UT that like acapella is a really cool thing, and then singing is like a real talent. So yeah.
If you missed Acapalooza, there's still plenty else happening on campus. Is it big time for a laugh before finals? Hopefully you're not in a rush.
Campus E&E will be hosting comedy and conversations tonight with big-time Rush star Stephen Kramer Glickman, who played Gustavo. Glickman will be performing a comedy set followed by a live Q&A. The event is at 6 p.m. in the Texas Union Theater and free for students. When we come back, we're getting a close look at a small, awesome business bringing some sparkle to Texas game days. We'll be right back.
Yes, we're back.
Welcome back to Good Morning Longhorns. Today we have special guest Sheila Walker joining us on the set today to share with us some special pieces from her company. A Wink of Yellow. Sheila, Tell us a little bit about your company and show us what you have brought in today.
Thank you so much for having me. A Wink of Yellow is a fashion accessories brand based here in Austin, Texas. We're a year in, and it's really inspired by Winks of Yellow, which is all the beautiful things every day, beauty, hope, love, and connection all around us. They could be grand moments, they could be little moments, and what a big wink the Longhorns is to every Saturday for this town.
For sure, and that is such a wonderful message. So tell us about some of the pieces that you have out here today.
Great. So we have these you can buy a la carte, and it's a little bit of wink of something, so it's not Longhorn in your face, but really color play too. So we've got the best sellers that we have are these Texas and Longhorn together. They are just best sellers. And then we have this gorgeous set of 6 beads. I think you can see that, and it's they're stretchy. They're a set of 6 different designs, and they can layer on with any gold jewelry that you have. And then we have a hat band that I'm wearing today. We've got a bag strap that's burnt orange and cream, and then a phone bag. Guys, it took me a year to design this and really size this well. It's 4.5 by 6.5. It's stadium size,
Yes.
so no clear bags here. But I just wanted to show you, it's all I wear every day. It fits your phone. It's got a pocket in the back with my lip balm and my car keys. It's got credit cards in there, so it's easy access to the games with your burnt orange and cream strap, and it's secure and easy access at the same time. So I love that. And then, of course, I had to do this, you guys. I did this as a personal piece. I don't know if you can see that, but it's OU Sucks, and I wore it to the OU game. My son was super nervous about it, but I had UT pride, and I did it. And so we actually made a very small run of that, and I love it. It's so cute. And the last thing I want to talk about is our Longhorn Game Day box set.
That's so cute.
So everything that you see here, mostly everything, if you bought it all separately, it'd be $280. And this one has everything you need for $200. So it comes in a box, gift ready. It's perfect for the holidays. It's perfect for all the UT fans out there, you know, alumni, and also for graduation next year. If somebody's getting into UT, it's a great gift for them.
Oh my gosh, for sure. And all the pieces look wonderful.
Thank you.
They're so cute and precious, just giving that little hint of game day. So I absolutely love it. Well, that is all of the time that we have for this Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Leah Wong.
And I'm Abby Sines. From all of us at Good Morning Longhorns, we'll see you back here in 2 weeks. We hope you have a happy Thanksgiving and a restful week. For more at TSTV News, you can follow us on Instagram at Good Morning Longhorns and check us out at tstv.newsonline. Have a great Wednesday.